Frogs, nigga.
So far, man, I heard interview, you know what I'm saying, and you saying that Loso is probably one of your toughest battles.
I don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because it sounded like it was a legendary battle, man. I spoke to John yesterday. Everybody who's speaking on it, man, they're saying it's battle of the year. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for it to come out. You know what I'm saying? For those who want to get a video on demand, but it's like it's one of the most talked about, you know, and it hasn't even dropped yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I mean, I don't know if I want to say he my toughest. I think it was the toughest conversation to have. Because I don't want to discredit like Danny and Cortez and shit like that. To just flat out say Loso is my toughest. I would have to watch the game tapes and really see. But I mean, just based on conversation wise, like he was presenting a great argument, a great defense for Christianity. You know what I mean? And that's all I ever wanted. All I ever wanted was just a dope battle, like where we could have that type of theological debate, but do it in this platform and this art form. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was definitely. I don't know, man. I hate using the word classic so much because I do feel like it's overused at times. But
game changer. How about that? Game changer.
Yeah. I mean, either or. And to be honest, I think it might be a classic, you know. But we'll wait. We'll let that marinate, and we'll wait to see what everybody's saying when it drops. But yeah, I'll go with game changer for sure. Game changer.
Just going off of what you're saying, you know what I mean? Y'all both sides of what y'all representing, just having a conversation on the platform is going to bring a whole different audience, because that's something that goes on in every hood and every home and everybody got to believe having that same talk.
You know what I'm saying?
What you think is going on or what you think is what the real is. So it's like that's salute to y'all for putting that together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, appreciate that, bro. No, and that's what I've been talking about for the longest, bro. I've been telling people, like, for what I do, the dopest battle. I mean, I know y'all all know I was calling out the Saga for the longest. You know what I mean? So I just felt like that'd be a dope battle. Like, I think battle should have themes to them. You know what I'm saying? I think battle rap, the way we get the best out of the culture and out of the whole shit is like to have theme. Yeah, to have theme battles, to have some type of narrative, some type of beef, like some type of contention leading up to the battle. I think that's where we get the best battles, man. You know, Hollow Luck, you know, like Tay-Rock Hollow, you know, like all like shit like that, man. Like where to me, that's where it ends up being a classic when there's a point to be proven, like where there's something to be rapped about, not just, oh, let me put these two dudes together because they both nice. Like you got to create some type of theme and some type of narrative to it, and that's why a lot of niggas don't like what I do, like in terms of like battling like once or twice a year. But I'm like, it ain't like I'll battle, like don't get me wrong, I'll battle 5 or 6 times a year. I'm just saying, for me personally, I just want to have big matchups to where I give it 110%. Like I don't ever
want to you feel motivated.
Yeah, you feel like, I don't
it's
ever
more
want to
impactful when you do that too. When you think about it, because now, like when I look back at your history and what you've done, almost every battle, like shows a reason. Even to some of the guys we don't know like that, those battles that made you be seen. When you were talking to some of the white dudes, I was like, my first time seeing you, and I'm like, yo, he broke something down crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to say, in my experience alone, you know, coming in and shit, there's a lot of, like, most of these niggas will tell you, it's a lot of battles that matter and a lot of battles that don't. You know what I'm saying? And if you lucky enough or you smart enough, you're going to get the battles that matter. And, I mean, for you to come in, you got, what, 7 under 10 battles, and you all of them hitters. That just shows, accuracy that you putting in. I mean, you thinking when you steps through as opposed to just taking whatever's thrown at you. You feel me?
Absolutely, bro. I appreciate that, fam. Yep, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, and I get a lot of slack for it. But I'm like, I mean, look at the outcome at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It seemed to be working thus far. So.
Loso, man, did he come with everything? Like, did he make you want to go back in the books and look a couple things up? And hold up, like that was a good point. Like, well, I gotta think about this right here. Did he give you some of that?
Nah. You know what it was? And shout out to Loso. That's my bro. So I don't ever want to say anything disparaging or anything, you know, to knock his presentation. But in terms of the information, man, like, you know, it's levels to the information. However, he rapped his ass off. And he made a good defense in terms of, you know, if you're not really that studied and that educated, you know, like like to say something as simple as you think I worship a white Jesus, but nah, I worship the Jewish one. Da, 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 da. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds good to the average consumer or whatever the case may be. But we still talking about, like, when I'm delving into the information, I'm talking about you gotta prove his existence. Period. For me, that's one. And then you have to clarify what is Jewish. It's a vague term, you know what I mean? When you deal, and I ain't trying to get too deep right now during this conversation, but just to make my point, like, he didn't say nothing to me in terms of my level of knowledge and understanding that would make me want to go research anything or look up anything. So for me, I was hoping, or I was thinking that that's what he was going to do prior to the battle. So like my rounds is like really, really information heavy. And, I take a long time to build up. So I think that's why, because some people do got me losing or debatable. And I think the reason why that is because I'm giving you information and it's probably taking me like 10 to 12 bars to get to it. You know what I mean? Because it's so much to try to cover. So I give him his credit, though. He was getting to his points back to back, man. He put up a hell of a fight. Like I said, for me, it's cool. Anybody want to call it debatable? I don't really think nobody lost. I think that I did what I do.
That's what John said. John said nobody lost. Yeah. He said it's all about what you like more, in a sense.
Yeah, you can't be a Christian. It would be backwards if you were a Christian and you say I won. Because I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, your Jesus ain't real.
See, that's what make it official. You feel me? It make people, like, you might say something to make somebody go give an extra eye to what they've been, you know what I mean, following, as opposed to, you know what I mean, knowing some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you might be that spark that'll make a nigga like, yo, let me go ask Ma, like, what she really think about this. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where it's at. You feel what I'm saying? So
and that's the most powerful thing, making you question things.
Exactly.
And that's exactly was the point. Like, I think Saga, when I was calling Saga out like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, I think he was taking it personal. He didn't understand my point. Like, I just wanted to get in front of some Christian dudes so I could spark that interest in these topics, you know what I'm saying, and make people think. Because at the end of the day, I am battle rapping it to disseminate a message, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm doing it for. And what better message for my people, for our people? What better message than the message of our ancestors and shit? Like, bro, how we just gonna forget about what happened to our lineage? Like, you know what I'm saying, we was taken from West Africa, bro, and we was fed all this other shit. So let's get back to the source. So that's all I wanted to do in that type of battle, and I felt like I executed that pretty well, man. And it was dope. They let us go unlimited and shit, so I didn't have to worry about getting cut off and none of that shit. So yeah, man, that shit was fire, bro.
How was it just battling in bullpen, rocking with John and being in Atlanta, a whole different scenery from what you're normally used to?
That shit was fire, bro. I mean, see, what happened was, the reason why it was so fire is because the week prior to that, I battled Verb in front of a room of white Russians. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, the contrast was crazy. Like, I felt, it's almost like it was dope that I had that battle before that, because when I got to Atlanta, I felt so comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and people could take it how they want to take it, man. I don't give a fuck. Like, I love my people, man. I feel comfortable when I look in the crowd and I see, beautiful black people. That's me. I'm really about my people like that. So when I looked in the crowd and I seen all them black folks, man, and I felt at home, man. It was beautiful. And I had a cool little fan base out there too, man. Surprisingly, I was surprised how many people was like there to see me and shit. So it was dope, man.
And you was in your war outfit. You had the war paint on, you know what I'm saying? You came war ready.
Yeah. Yes, sir, bro. I told him that. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the little trailer joint that I put out prior to the battle and shit, but I told him I'm coming. I said, bro, I'm coming like an ancestor, bro. You better be ready. So yeah, that shit was lit.
How was just the event for yourself, man? The fade, seeing John battle him versus Chilla, and some of the other battles on that card that night, K-Shine and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm still a fan, bro. So I think people got to realize that, like you said, I'm only like 7-8 battles in. I'm still new to the culture, so I'm still a fan. Like I was telling you earlier and shit, like Bedaffi, my favorite dude. Like even chopping him up with him right now, like I'm like, it's one of my favorite dudes, man. I be arguing niggas all day, like Bedaffi's that nigga. You feel me? So when I interact with people, Yeah, no doubt. When I interact with people that I look up to and appreciate, it's crazy, man. Like Chilla, John, you know, K-Shine and shit. Like these are dudes that have been putting in pain in the game for a long time, man. So it was an honor to be on the same event with them, bro. To honestly shake their hand and look them in the eye and shit. That prior to that, I was watching these dudes on YouTube and shit. You know what I mean? So it was definitely an honor to share the stage with them brothers.
Nah, real talk, man. John versus Chilla. Seeing John come back. Did you get to see that battle?
No, I walked outside after the first round. I walked outside to kind of like go over my rounds and shit. So I didn't see the whole thing, but I just watched like half of it the other day. I got to watch the whole shit. But I heard it was lit though. I heard it was pretty dope.
Now I wanted to talk about the joint with you and Verb on KOTD, man. I know it was a lot of back and forth just to get it done and everything like that. Some people were saying that, you know, it could go either way, but, you know, even yourself saying, you see a lot of majority of people saying Verb won. What was the difference in that battle for you?
Shit, 2 minutes.
The timing, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a war strategy. Verb is a smart veteran dude, you know what I mean? So he know my strong point is creating a whole theme about your character, and it's very difficult to do within two minutes or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think the fact that it was 2 minutes plus the fact that Verb was really good and he hasn't been good like in 4 or 5 past battles, it just adds on to the hype, you know what I mean? But I think when people watch that battle a couple times, I think they'll give me the first. I think I edged the first, and then the third is preference in terms of like if you want to hear that real, you know, pro-black struggle shit in terms of like what we need to be about for our people. Because I don't know if you've seen it or not, but in the third, I was speaking about, you know, St. Louis. St. Louis is the #1 place in America of police brutality. The #1. Like they have the most police brutality, you know, happening there. So I was just looking at him like, yo, you such a figure in the game. I should see you put in some work for your community. You know what I mean? I should see you speak on Mike Brown. I should see you speak on the dude that just got killed and the white officer that got off. I forget the names off the top of my head, but my whole point with my third was like I don't see you speak on these issues for our people. So it's a preference thing. If you think that that's a good angle and you think that that's something that should be brought up in the battle rap, then you're gonna score me the third. If you one of them dudes like fuck that, this is battle rap, we want to hear gun bars and then you probably give him the third and you'll probably give him the battle because he definitely got the second. So I think it just comes down to the third, man. Preference, whatever type of shit you want to hear.
With the timing though, did you not like know it was gonna be 2:30 or that's just like?
Nah, bro. Look, that's the shit. Like my contract said 3 minutes, fam, and so I don't know why Verb like something must have like came into his mind or something because like 2 weeks before the battle he put it out on Twitter. He was like he tagged Bishop Brigante and he was like, yo, make sure you post the time of the battle so all the fans could see. And I looked at it. I didn't know why he said it. And next thing I know, Bishop Brigante posted up a tweet that said B. versus Verb is 2 minute rounds. I'm like, blood, y'all got me fucked up. Hold on. I went to my mail. I checked my mail and I went to my contract and I screenshotted the contract and then I sent a screenshot of the contract to Bishop Brigante. I'm like, bro, my contract say 3 minutes, fam. And so that's where the discrepancy started. And this is like 2 weeks before the battle. You know what I mean? So my contract said 3 minutes. His contract said 2. We going back and forth. We wasn't even going to do the battle. And then I just said, fuck it, man. I'll condense my shit to 2 minutes. And then I was working on condensing my shit to 2 minutes. And then they came back and said 2:30. So then we just, you know, we settled on 2:30. But once again, all this shit was happening like 2 weeks before the battle. So, I mean, shit, Bedaffi know what's up with preparation. Like,
that's crazy, though.
Yeah,
should have thrown your whole shit off. Like,
throw your whole shit off, bro. Like, and you know how I go too, Bedaffi. Like, if a nigga say 3 minute rounds, you really gonna prepare for like 3:15 just in case. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I had my shit like 3:15, 3:30. I had 3 rounds of 3 minutes and 15 seconds worth of material, and so I cut my shit down to 2. Then they came back and said 2:30. I cut my shit. I put it back up to 2:30. So it just fucked up my whole flow. But no excuses though. I ain't trying to make no excuses, man. It was a dope battle still. Verb got off, man. Verb definitely got off. So if people got him, you know, winning the battle, I ain't mad at you. I still think I did what I was supposed to do. And I still think I got the first and the third for sure.
I mean, for yourself though, did it feel good knowing that you did get like one of the best A-Verbs in a long time? Because a lot of people wasn't.
I knew that, man. I knew that. Like I was telling people, because people was tweeting me like, man, you about to watch Verb? I'm like, nah, bro was about to come with it, like, cause I'm me. You know what I mean? Like I know, like niggas stand in front of me and be like, yo, this nigga might have a viral round. He might leave Earth, so I gotta leave Earth. You know, like I knew he was gonna get off, man. I really did. But you know, in totality, man, that battle just like fucked me up, man. The time and then like the crowd, man, like it's a whole different vibe. And niggas be getting mad, or not, excuse me, not niggas, not brothers, but battle rap fans in general be getting mad when I say this. But listen, man, my raps are for my people, bro. Like, period. I don't care how you take it. Like, Malcolm, chill, bro. My raps is for my people. So if I'm in front of like an all white crowd like that, it's just, you know what I mean? It just, my vibe wasn't right. You know what I mean? My energy was a little off. Even the homie Los, King Los, he had called me because he was there, and King Los had called me, and he was like, bruh, your energy was off, man. You was upset, like you was angry. And I was like, I was, bro. I just wasn't ready for that type of environment. You know what I mean? But no excuses. It happened. It is what it is. And we'll see when it drop, man. I think when it drop and we look at back, we check it on cam, I think it'll be a lot closer and a lot more debatable than people got it off first watch.
Now, B-Dot, man, you know, one of the battles a lot of people was talking about, I don't know if it could still happen, you versus, you know, the Saga, because of what you and Loso did. It might come out and people probably don't even want to see you versus Saga. Well, is that something that, because that's like one of the most talked about battles for the past like year and a half, probably more than that. You know what I'm saying? Since you guys been doing what you guys been doing it at the level you guys been doing it at. Do you still feel like, you know, there's still a conversation to be had and Saga's still an opponent that you still willing to, you know, dive into to do it, especially on like a URL stage and things like that?
I don't know, man. Like, I guess I got to see what the fans is talking about. I think, because y'all ain't seen the me versus Loso yet, right?
No, not yet.
I think when y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, nah, we cool. You know
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm feeling that now with just how people. I'm like, damn. I don't think we're gonna want to see him versus the Saga no more because he probably talked about everything that we wanted to hear.
Exactly. Just hearing it from what you were saying about you and Loso, it just sounded like y'all hit the mark that y'all was supposed to hit with you and Saga, and even Saga in the chest kind of hit that mark with him too. So it's like he didn't go into depth as he could have, but he kind of hit the mark. So it's like they kind of missed their mark for the battle period. Like they should have did the shit when it was hot.
That's exactly how I felt right after the Chess and Saga shit. I'm like, ain't no need to do it because Chess did it in a more street way. Like I probably would have had more knowledge, but like he did everything that I would do. He just did it in a young nigga way.
Exactly, facts.
And he executed it. You feel me? So I think after the Loso joint drop, everybody gonna be like, nah, we cool. And quite honestly, man, no disrespect to Saga because we cool now. I know we had our little whatever, but I gotta say that my energy and the way that I give out, like the way that I come off, bro, you have to match that. And I think Saga, he don't have that. Like he lacked that conviction. That's why I think Loso was the right guy for the job to defend the Christians because Loso more energetic. He more rapid fire. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he got that little street shit about him. I spoke to Loso. I was like, damn, you seem like a real street ass dude, but you Loso ain't no pushover, man. So I think that our energies, you know, made a good match. I think that Saga, although his pen is crazy, he's a dope rapper and writer. I just think I would have overwhelmed him, like, you know, just from a real one angle. Like I'm just a real one, bro. Like ain't no way around it. Like if you ain't reciprocating that type of energy, you gonna look crazy up here. You know what I mean? So. But nah, it's definitely it's definitely one of them ones where you don't need to see any more Christian, you know what I'm saying? I think when it drops, you're gonna be satisfied with that. Okay. I mean, so would we ever see B-Dot on this URL stage? You know, I know the whole PG thing. I spoke to Norbs, I spoke to Smack, Beasley.
Is that true?
You know what I'm saying? You know, they had the whole PG situation, and you know, you don't want to do the PGs, and Norbs saying that you had to do the PGs, and like, you know, the people want to see you on URL. You know, we want to see what you could do. We know that you're a great rapper and you have a message and everything, but we want to see if it can translate out here. And you know, and I'm sure, of course, you could handle your own with anybody on URL, but we want to see it, man. Is that something that we could potentially see? You know, URL's gonna be down there. You know what I'm saying? Disaster.
months. All my